Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle and this is your Wish Fulfilled on YouTube. So I did a TikTok and I posted it as a YouTube short today, and it just briefly mentioned being hypnotized or being in a hypnotic trance. All right, that is keeping you in a low feeling state. Hold on, you guys. All right, make sure I can see you. And I just wanted to kind of elaborate more on that for you guys in case you needed it. So what is a hypnotic trance? Okay, this is what happens. Like, say something's going on in the 3D reality and it's just maybe something unexpected, but something was triggered, right? And now all of a sudden you've got this story. That's what you're being hypnotized is by your story. And it's causing you to think and feel a certain way. And remember that we are constantly manifesting what we're feeling 24/7. This is why this is such an important thing to learn how to master. Okay. So you're in a hypnotic trance. You're entranced by this story, whatever it may be. Okay. So let's just say that, you're wanting to manifest in an SP. Okay, you've been affirming for it, you've been doing sats, you've been doing incantations or whatever. Okay, and something happened in the 3D reality where all of a sudden you're feeling triggered, and it triggered an old story. Okay, and let's say maybe they're not texting, who knows what the story may be, but it triggered a story. And now you're not, now that old story is, I'm not good enough. All men or women cheat, this is never going to work, this man, whatever the story might be, but it's a story. So it's got a thinking pattern that's on loop, and then also you're feeling something that's in alignment with that thinking pattern, and you can't break out of it no matter how hard you try. Okay, this is how, so basically what you're needing, you guys, is what's called a pattern interrupt. All right, you need to do something that's going to break you out of that hypnotic trance, because that's what it is. You've got your story, you're entranced by your story, an old one at that. All right, so what do you do when you are entranced by an old story? Because this is something that we need to learn how to do, especially if we are going to which, by the way, you guys, when something happens in the 3D reality, that's why it happens. The whole point of this is to learn what's going on in here and in here that is causing you to manifest things you don't want to experience, because the majority of the time, what we're thinking and what we're feeling is like below the surface of our awareness, or in other words, it's subconscious, because there's a lot more going on here than what's going on just in the conscious realm. Okay, so when you are consciously working on manifesting something and you're seeing things go in the reverse, I just talked about this in another video. Okay, those, I call them shadow manifestations. Those are coming up for a reason. Those are showing you what is going on in here and in here that is blocking your manifestation. And kind of in those regards, we should be thankful for that. We're like, oh, because now that we have the tools, now we know what to do with it, what to do with that information, that feedback. Really, that's all it is. It's feedback, right? So when that story is triggered, because I can't talk. I got so much information wanting to come through. Here's the reason why, you guys, being in this hypnotic trance can be so, I don't want to say dangerous, but I mean, it's very self-destructive. The reason why hypnotic trances, especially when it is coming from a story that is very low vibe, okay, not resourceful at all, is because your mind is shut off from any kind of information that will break you out of that trance. Even if the information is right smack in front of your face, that you are hypnotized, you cannot see it. Okay, so let's say if you're in a story that something happened, you're wanting to manifest an increase of income, and then all of a sudden maybe like an unexpected expense hits, and that just flips on a story that money's never, you know, there's never enough. There'll never be enough. You'll never be, you know, you'll always be stuck in this financial pitfall forever, whatever that story may be. There could literally be a check for $1,000 sitting on your table and you won't even see it. Okay. I'm exaggerating things a little bit just to show you how dangerous a story can be. Okay. And this is why now that you're getting a lot more conscientious of how things are working, when you see or catch yourself in this hypnotic state, I'm going to give you the tools. I'm going to tell you how to break yourself out of it. Okay. And there's 2 ways, and you do these simultaneously to break this pattern. Okay. Whatever the story may be. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to ground yourself into your body, because what's going on here is you are trapped in your head. Okay. That's where the story is popping off. It's in your head. And the way that you bring yourself back to reality, okay, back to the present moment, is by employing the senses of your body. All right. And this can be things like, or changing your biochemistry, basically. Okay. Changing your biochemistry, doing something with the senses of your body. So one of the things that you can do to very quickly change your biochemistry is to change your posture. Okay. And there was a study that was done on this, where if you will change your posture. Okay. So we're going to talk about wearing feelings real quick. So what feeling would you want to wear? A feeling of power. Okay. We're going to put on a posture of feeling empowered. And so rather than being slumped over, you're going to sit up straight with your shoulders back, chin up, and just put a really big grin on your face. Okay. And make sure you're breathing deep. Now, the studies show if you do this for at least 2 minutes, all you have to do is wear a more empowered posture. If you do this for 2 minutes, you guys, it changes your biochemistry. Okay. It changes the chemicals that are going on in your brain and the hormones going on in your body for a good thing. Okay. In a good way. 2 minutes. That's all you have to do. That's one way. Okay. Another way that you can change your biochemistry is you can eat something or you can drink something. Now, I'm not talking about like, you know, alcohol necessarily, you know, let's try and keep it something constructive, right? Now, if, you know, besides wearing a different posture, okay, or wearing a different feeling by changing your posture, another way to bring yourself back to your body, you know, you can do things like take a bath. We're utilizing the senses of the body here. So you're a sense of touch, you're using touch. Okay. You can even go hug somebody. You know, if you got kids, go hug them. Pets, go hug them. Okay. That'll give you kind of a sense of connection too, but that also is utilizing the senses of the body. Breathing is one of the quickest ways to ground yourself, because you're focusing on your breath. And at the same time, you can kind of tap maybe your heart area or your solar plexus while you're breathing deeply from the diaphragm. Okay. You can sculpt, you can paint, you can exercise, you can change your environment wherever you're at, you know, get out, like if you're inside the house, just maybe go for a quick walk around the block. Okay. Now, while you are doing this, you also want to release or clear, however you want to put it, whatever feeling state you're currently feeling. Okay. We talk about this in one of my other videos called Releasing the Wands. I talk about this in a lot of my other videos too. All right. So, because one of the things you guys have to realize is that whatever emotional state you're in, the only way to clear that emotional state so that you can free up the space to fill it up with something that's much more empowering is by actually feeling it. Okay. And there's a 4-step process that I take you through that I learned from the Sedona method, linked in the description box below. All right. I'll link also the Releasing the Wands video that takes you through that process as well. Okay. that goes more in depth. It's like kind of the summary. It's like a little summary, I think, in like 16 minutes. It takes you through that. Okay. So while you're changing your physiology, which, also changes your biochemistry, at the same time, you are clearing the current feeling state. And what that's going to help you do is get you back into a place of neutrality. All right. Get you back to a place of neutrality. Because once you are there, then that space is cleared and you're able to then fill that cup back up with something much more empowering. Okay. Once you get to a state of neutrality, then you can utilize whatever other tools that you want to utilize to get you into a more high energy feeling state. Okay. You can feel better on purpose, but you have to make sure first you got to break yourself out of that pattern. Okay. Out of the looping, you got to break yourself out of that trance. Okay. That hypnotic trance. Then you got to clear the feeling state that's already there. And once that's done, then whatever other tools you have, then rampage your affirmations, do your incantations. Okay. Put some music on and dance or do whatever to help conjure up a more high energy state. Then you can get back to manifesting. Okay. All right, you guys, I hope this was helpful. Do me a favor, comment below. Let me know what you thought. If it resonated, smash the like button, share and subscribe if you feel led to do so. And I will be back with another video. I do promise you that. Bye.